In the previous video we saved a file called forcecalc.m. So notice that it's actually appeared over here in the current folder view in MATLAB. And so I can actually run that command by typing its name like this. If I double click on it over here, then it opens up in the editor for me to make some further changes. So what I'm going to show you first of all is how to write comments in MATLAB. So a comment is a line which is ignored by MATLAB when it runs the code. So it provides a method for you to annotate your code and write some description for the benefit of yourself when you come back to read it later, or for someone else who might be looking at your code. So beginning with a %, I can write some notation here, freeform English, using whatever characters that I like for the rest of the line. So something like that, for example. Now, if you have a look at this function here, in the left-hand column here we see line numbers, so the lines are numbered starting from 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. And then there's a little dash here in the next column which indicates that that particular line of code is a line which is actually will be executed. So for example, comments don't have a dash because they don't correspond to a line that will actually run. This blank line here again has no instructions, so it doesn't get the dash. And so one thing that you can do, if I click here on the dash, then I get a little red circle. Looks a bit like a stop sign. And so what happens when I run this code now is that MATLAB has actually gone through the file until it reaches this point, and now it's stopped. And so this is called a breakpoint. And so what this allows you to do is to step through your code line by line, have a look at how things are going and what's going on inside your code. Now to step through our code, we use these buttons up here. The main one that I want to look at now is this here step, or pressing F10 on your keyboard. So if I press step, see the green arrow has moved on to the next line. And so what's happened behind the scenes here is that MATLAB has run the line that we started on, so line number 2 here, and assigned the value 20.5 into the variable called mass. And now it's proceeded on to the next line, and it's waiting for us to press the step again before it will run this line. And so this is a really useful way for you to get a sort of a mental picture for what's going on inside your program. You can see that it gets run one line at a time, and you can step through and actually watch it as it moves through that program. Now, one neat thing that we can do in MATLAB, if I put my mouse cursor over one of these variables, then I can see the value that's inside it. So for example here, mass contains the variable 20.5. And so that's really useful. You can actually see what values your important variables inside your program have as they're running. So when the program is up to here, what's the value that is in here? So when you're finished with this and you just want the program to run as per normal without stopping on the next line, so you press this continue button here. So let's talk about those again. The step will jump to the next line, and continue will just continue running until it comes across another breakpoint or gets to the end of the file. So those are the two I want you to use now. Step here and continue.